Hello and welcome back to our survival let's play on No Man's Land. Nearly forgetting where we were again. I'm hoping this this episode isn't gonna be, well, saying that the last one was only 25 minutes, but the one before that was like 35, wasn't it? And to be fair, if I didn't mess up with the mics, the last one would have been probably well over 40, to be honest. I'll tell you what I have noticed, just quickly. The trees that were here and the trees that were on our bit of the land there's no deer anymore. So they're very much... Is that a bit of wood there? It is, isn't it? It looks like they very much will only go wherever there's trees planted. Which I know some of you might know this already. I didn't. Which means if we... Oh, that one's quite big actually, isn't it? Or is it a different one? Right, leave that for now. Yeah, which means if we planted... Say if we reforested all of that area there, I wonder if they'll come back. I wonder if they'll just know if it's sort of coded in the game for them just to come back. Quite interesting. Right, I'm just marking out what's going to be the extension on this field. I think I might have said previously, this might not be here the whole time, but while it is here and we haven't got money, in fact I could go around there as well, couldn't I? That would make... Oh, could I? How much? I wonder how much space I have. Oh, I've got quite a bit there, haven't I? I mean, why wouldn't we do this if we can? It would seem daft, wouldn't it? And hopefully, if that stays in a straight line like that... John, I haven't even thought about this until I've just come round. Obviously, coming round behind our cabin was an obvious sort of area to use, but never even thought about this bit. Just gives us that bit extra, doesn't it? Right, we'll start filling this in now. I know that particular bit here doesn't look much, but when you add it on to the rest of it, I think it's going to be significant. And again, I'm likely to put one of the sort of quick grown crops in. That was harder to say than I expected. We may now, if I do that, then we can get them all ready for selling them in December. get top price for them, and then look at planting other stuff. I'm at the stage on Elm Creek now. I know I haven't recorded Elm Creek for a while. That's because the position we were in, I decided to do a year or so off camera, just to help us progress. Most of that, it's the first series that we did on FS22, and I think I've learned quite a lot about this particular installment of the game since then. So there's definitely things I've done on Elm Creek that I wouldn't do. I say that, I think I've just learned how to sort of adjust to the changes, which meant I probably got a slower start than I'd have wanted on Elm Creek. And I think I should have just I never like starting an easy economy because it's just ridiculously easy, but maybe with a bit more assistance than what we did, just to try to progress, which is what I ended up doing, which I've still got going. I just haven't recorded this for ages as well. The speed let's play on Ubeleron. On that one, when I get back around to recording it, we've progressed massively on there. But I have been putting a lot of time into Elm Creek. Like I said, I just haven't been recording it. And when we come back to that, which will be soon as well, I'm hoping, probably recording wise next week, there's going to have been quite a lot of changes on that. I say quite a lot of changes, I don't mean we've now got millions of dollars and sporting all the most expensive equipment. I just mean that I'm in a lot better position. And again, we've still got the massive loan. Just we're in a position where we actually make money. The reason I started talking about Elm Creek was we were talking about crops, weren't we? I mentioned about different crops. The reason Elm Creek came up is because one of the, if you remember, I've got two quite big fields in Elm Creek, and I've got the little ones that's got the grapes in. Well, in the big fields, I've put soybeans in one year, and I've put them in again in another year. And for the soybeans, really, you get hardly any. So, two really substantial fields, and I think I got 27,000 litres of the fields combined. So I don't think it would be right at this stage to be putting a crop in like soybean, because we just wouldn't benefit from it. That was a really, really long way of saying that, wasn't it? Shortened version. We're not going to do soybean yet. We are bringing Elm Creek back, and I'm spending a lot of time on it at the minute. There's your short version. Obviously I'm going to be seeding this next. Whether I do it in this episode or not, I'm not sure. It's such a shame we're not going to have the new seeder. Even if was thinking, even if we go and bale that field there and sell the straw, we're still not going to have enough to do it. They haven't really got anything else to sell. That I want to sell. We're not selling the crop yet. I mean, there's them fields within sort of the fence line. There's them, did I say fields? There's them trees within the fence line. We could go and sell. And we could probably get enough money as well to buy the new seeder. But do I want to do that? I kind of like having some trees around. Saying that, we've got some grown, haven't we? Doesn't seem this bad for stumps in this area either, does it? I know there's a few, obviously, but over there they seem like there was absolutely tons of them. Right, we'll come back once I've got a bit more of this done. We're pretty much there. It hasn't took too long, to be honest. I think with us having this tractor now, as where we were doing sort of 2 mile an hour, if we were lucky, we're now sort of up to the, well, I think it's 5 when we're ploughing here. Was it 7 cultivating? 7 or 8. I mean, you can see just there how much we've added to it. It's a massive amount. And this bit's going to be fertilised as well, which is great. Right, we'll get this back. Oh my god. What a way to call us a liar. So, they have never been there the whole time. Never. Yet I say, they know that the trees aren't there, though the little bit of forest isn't there. And they go. Once I've said that, they reappear. Get away, get away, get away, get away. What is that? Oh my, I thought it was like a tyre or something. Making me out to be a liar. Right, what do we want to do next? I don't know how much seed we've got to... It goes so slow reversing this, doesn't it? I thought that last time. Right. Did we do sorghum on this one or not? Our first field we did sorghum, didn't we? The very first field we did, but then we sold it. That's in January. Might do sorghum. In fact, let's. can't remember, even though it was only a couple of episodes ago, have we used this tractor to seed yet or not? Right. I mean, 4 mile an hour is better than what we were getting. I mean, I'm sure once we get the lower horsepower seeder, this will fly round. Got no doubt in that. But at least we're making some headway in this, where we just weren't making any before. Until we try to turn. Am I stuck on something here? Top of her. Lower it as well, wouldn't it? Right. Well, we can see that it's working. We'll carry on with this. I'll put it on time lapse. I might jump it in the middle a little bit, but we'll see. But we'll come back close to the end, and I will remember to unmute the mic. See you shortly. Right, we're on the very last bit, and I'm actually going over bits we've already done. Don't want to be doing that. Let's get back around to the start of here. It's really difficult to see. I don't know how it's going to cross. Basically, it's really difficult because the sun's bouncing off me telly. That's why it's so difficult. So I mean, it's took some time. This sort of no getting away from it. I'm going right down the middle here, aren't I? My word. Yeah, so it has took some time. However, looking at that now, it's a big area, isn't it? What's that now? Our second biggest field, do you think? After field 2. I mean, we got a good yield off this one, and I think this field's bigger now. I was expecting to have to stop there. Right, get this little strip done here, and then there's a tiny bit on the other side where I've gone right down the middle on the last one. Sorghum is another 4-monther, isn't it? So again, this done by, say, September, October. Get more crops banked and ready for ready to be sold in the winter. All positive about the series now. The negativity is gone until something goes wrong. Right, there's a tiny bit somewhere along here. There. I wanted to try to get that field behind us, field number, what's that one? Our field number 4. I want to see if I could get that build, but I'm not going to get it done in this episode. Oh, while we were off camera, and I finished off getting this, I took the, if you noticed, the hopper was full. I took the styre up with this, with the cedar, just to go and fill up. Right, I think that's done. Looks done. Right, I will leave that there, because the styre runs the fertilizer alright, doesn't it, the spreader? Not that there's much in it, like. Right, so how much of this we can get done. I mean, at this stage, if I'm missing sort of little bits, I'm not overly that fussed as long as the majority of the field gets done. Which is probably a good job, really. Ah! That'll be a tree then. That just leapt into the path of our tractor. Now I'm going to need more, aren't I? Right, I'll get more, but I'll get more off camera, and I'll get that finished off camera as well. It'll take us, in fact, I say I'll get, oh I will, I'll get them 50 euro bags, kinda. I'll get them done off camera, and then we're ready for the next episode, which will be in the next in-game day now. And I'm hoping we'll have some movement on our trees as well. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.